Next topic is the barbell bench press, another primary lift classified in my category of horizontal pressing or horizontal pushing movements. This is a big primary movement that I see screwed up a lot as well. So today I'm going to go over proper form and technique for the barbell bench press. Tip number one, make sure you guys have an even grip. Again, similar to the barbell back squat, if our grip is not even, we're not going to be executing this movement properly. There is a lot of controversy on how wide you should go for the barbell bench press. And my answer to that, guys, is whichever you feel comfortable with. It just depends on what you want to do. I tell a lot of my clients, just go shoulder width. Go with something that's comfortable. If shoulder width doesn't work, then I say go a little bit wider. Also very important in that same category is the unracking procedure. As we're unracking this barbell, as you can see, I have a really good arch to my upper back, and I'm allowing the lats to do the work. I'm allowing the mid-back to move that bar from point A to point B, and I'm going to be resetting my shoulders in the process so that I can move efficiently. Speaking of that, number two is my upper back arch tip. We want to make sure that we're squeezing the shoulder blades into the bench as we're executing this movement. This is not meant to be a comfortable movement. This is meant to be an efficient, powerful movement. So we want to make sure that we're squeezing the shoulder blades into the bench, arching that upper back so that we can exert as much force as possible into that barbell as we're pressing through. Explosiveness, which is basically my number 6 tip, that's how we want to be with this movement. So if we are not setting that foundation for success, we are not going to be able to be explosive. We are not going to be able to meet our goals and be able to explode through the movement. So we want to make sure that the spine is tight into that bench, upper back is tight, and making sure that we also have our legs firm on the ground so to produce leg drive. So with my number 3 tip, leg drive, my feet, as you can see, are pushed through the ground. My thighs are contracting as I'm pushing through the movement. Basically, it is a full body effort to move this barbell efficiently. And by arching, of course, the upper back, which I forgot to mention, while arching the upper back, we're bringing the chest higher and higher, closer to that barbell. And the reason, of course, for that is the higher we are to that barbell, the closer we are to it, the more efficient that movement is going to be because the arc gets smaller. The shortest distance from point A to point B is a straight line. So if the arc is shorter, we are going to increase our chances of being efficient. Okay, guys, on to number 4, contact point. This is another question I get a lot. Where do you place the bar when you do a barbell bench press, just a regular flat press? And my answer to that is we want to go closer to the middle of the chest. We're going to hit either at nipple line or below nipple line for our contact point. And you'll see here in the video, I go slightly below nipple line and then I arc up a little bit as I'm going through the movement. That's how this movement is supposed to work. Number 5, I see this screwed up a lot as well, the racking procedure. When you are racking that barbell, if you are unsure if you are getting it on the hooks, you are already wrong. You are already wrong. You want to make sure that you throw that barbell up there, hit it higher, make contact, hit it higher than you have to. So next video, guys, will be on the overhead press. The overhead press is a little bit more difficult than the barbell bench press, and the angle is going to be longer, so it's going to be less efficient, and it's going to be more shoulder dominant. So we take the chest out of the equation when we execute an overhead press or a vertical pushing movement.